The only one thing that Kenya Kwanza administration is not ready for is the brains of the young people.
Oh.
And if the young people throw their brains at this administration, they will scatter the thoughts of this, because this administration is not ready for your brains. That's why they see those small cartoons, they wonder, what do we do about this? And they can only react through abductions. And then it's gotten to a place where now we are saying, we are starting to mulika those vehicles. If you abduct, you put the number plates, you put the color, you show where it is, you show where the abduction happened. They are not ready for our brains. When young people decide today and say, okay, this is the number for State House, we are all going to place a call for the whole day, then those lines will be. So there are so many things that young people can do using their phone without necessarily going to the streets. And I'm not saying let us be cowards. I'm just saying right now, in every war has got seasons. This is not the season to be on the streets for young people. Right. I've always said that. This is not, because this is an administration that is insensitive to human life. Don't offer your life to them.
Right.
Give them something they can't handle. We are still in protest. I am on TV right now and I'm protesting. But I will not insult the person of the president. But I will tell him his Shah is bad. His chief is bad. I'll tell him that Adani is bad. I'll tell him abducting young people is wrong. But I will not insult his wife and I will not insult him. And I don't have time for that, because it's not a personal attack. It's an attack on bad administration.
It's true.
Yes.
JP.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, do you think that the government has a total disconnect with its people? Like, they do not know what's going on? And if you were also to speculate, what do you think is going to be the future occurrences in Kenya moving forward as things are just brewing?
Especially for the coming year.
Yes.
I think for the coming year, a lot of things will happen. First is Gachagua is becoming more powerful by the day. When they throw tear gas at prayers, the lowest we ever sank to was when young people were sent literally to disrupt a burial. I have never in my life, and since the independence of this country, seen something so low. The young people who are paid and sent to disrupt a burial. And I remember it was so bad that I saw journalists from a leading media house in this country being told by DCI officers, try your camera. Later, I saw that lady, and those clips are available, they're everywhere. And that is what now put the government at the middle of it. Why would DCI, instead of asking for evidence to see, and up to date, not a single person has been arrested for disrupting a burial. Not a single person has been arrested. Conveniently, the police did not see. They forgot. It was not possible to remember who disrupted a burial. But we are able to remember who drew the president and put him in a coffin and shared on internet. But the disruption of a burial is not even a prayer function. This administration needs to get to the point where they ask themselves, why are Kenyans revolting? But there's a more painful thing. They have tried so much to twist this thing into a tribal thing. I have a famous blogger, I will not mention you, but you know yourself. And your name starts with the letter G. Nakuomba, in the name of God. Stop being used to bring that tribal card into this country. They are even bringing things of 2008 and trying to make this look like a Kikuyu versus the whole of the country. I ask them, I see Alfred Ketel fighting this administration every day. Is he Kikuyu? Yeah. Is Okia Mtata Kikuyu? Is Eugene Wamalwa Kikuyu? This thing cannot be reduced to a tribal affair. We are in a generation of young people who are saying, no. Sisi hatujui kama sisi ni Wajaluo ama ni Wakikuyu ama ni Wakisii. We just know that when I go to hospital, she's or Sha or whatever is not paying for dialysis. And it's not asking me what tribe I come from. And when I go and there's no capitation for my child in school this January, they are not asking me, when am Jalu, when am Kisi, when am Kikuyu. So I want to urge every Kenyan, wherever you are, when you hear any politician bringing a tribal angle to this, kata. Yeah. Tell them this is a Kenyan affair.
It is now believed that the government fears the young people. They fear the way the young people are doing the things. They fear the way the young people are coming out with better ideas, new plans, and new visionary ways to express themselves. After being bundled out of the streets with number of tear gas and arrest and abduction, even intimidation, they said, we shall not forget. This time round, they have not forgotten. They're out with numerous ways to deal with the situation. In the recent days, we have seen President William Ruto being targeted, and he has been drawn into cartoons, memes, and many other ways which he has been expressed across the Republic of Kenya. And many people are citing that the president advisors fear the young people. We have seen many people citing that the young kids lack morals because of the way they are doing things, because of the way they came out, because of the way which the new government thinks that they will deal with the young people. The young people seems to have their way of doing things. They have opposed, they have demonstrated, but surprisingly they have won because they downed the finance bill, they downed the JKI Kentraco deal, and now they downed other many things. And this time round, as things are going to go about 2025, it is clear that the young people will always come out with different plans because they are educated. The problem is that they're very idle. And in the coming days, we may be expecting that the change of new plan still will have to force the government to be on it. So, since the opposition was swallowed by the government, it means that there is no official opposition unless the young people do it. And it's obviously clear that the young people are the new opposition. The new opposition is going to fight to the end. We have seen how they have promised. We have seen how they have cried for the abducted people. We have seen how they have raised their voices into the international community so that their comrades can be released, and we have seen a result. Do you think that the young people brains are feared by the government? Make sure you comment down there below.